All right, y'all, here we go. Separate video dedicated just to this little subject. I spoke about it in two of my lives. I felt like it's so important, it needs its own video. Patreon, people that are paying for Patreon, YouTubers that are promoting Patreon. You all should quit it. You all should quit it. And you shouldn't take my word for it. You should listen to what I say, do your own research, and make your own decision. And you should push for the channel that still has the Patreon after, because you pay, after you bring it to their attention, you should push for the content creator to completely drop them. Look, there's YouTube alternatives. There's not just YouTube. There's plenty of platforms that have video uploads and stuff like that. And just like they have alternative YouTube platforms, there's alternative Patreon platforms. So you really should push. You should stop paying for it, and you should push for the creators to stop using it. Why? Simple. Again, listen to what I say and do your own research. Patreon fired 17% of their security department because people were complaining of the content that they were seeing. And this sort of content was child pornography. There's a group called MAP, Minor Attracted Persons. Hey, look, to make a real meat and potatoes of this, people were seeing the content on the platform Patreon. They were reporting the content, and Patreon was letting it ride. They were letting it ride. They weren't taking it down. They weren't censoring. They weren't banning. They weren't shadow banning. They didn't remove the content. None of that. They let it ride. So while you're sitting there scratching your head, the same content that they let ride, they were shadow banning and censoring and everything else, other type of content. Like with the masks, like maybe the election thing, or all the other wormhole. So trolls, run with it, man. Trolls, run with it. Listen to what I'm saying. Do the Googling. And hey, look, bring it to their attention. And once they ignore it, it's like, damn, are they down for it too? Are they down with it too? Hey, look, I made a Patreon. I never promoted it. I made the account. You will not see me feeding out to my subscribers ever until this is well fixed and everything else. They've replaced people there, man. If I even ever do, and here's the trick, which is why I bring it to the internet. It takes a long time to set up a Patreon account. It's really detailed. It's long. It's big. You have a lot of hours into it, so it makes you think. Who will continue to ask people to pay monthly support and just overlook a platform that lets that stuff happen, rather than saying, nah, it's a wrap. We got to move over here. Because there's alternatives. Hey, man. Operation Save Our Children 2022. The world is in a turmoil of weirdness. But that doesn't mean you have to join it. Signing off. White Boy Radio.